Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity.
Right, can you hear me?
When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned.
Right, can you hear me?
More than 7.
Okay, so yesterday I was live streaming, and it wasn't live streaming, and I didn't know that it wasn't live streaming. And it wasn't live streaming, and I didn't know that it wasn't live I've just had the confirmation, I think, on YouTube, from YouTube. Yes, I didn't get that yesterday. So, because I didn't live stream yesterday, I did quite a few things. Not majorly, but just a few things. So now what I'm going to have to do is kind of go back, but I don't know if there is a way of me going back. We got a friend indeed, so maybe we could go back to a friend indeed and then just do that, because that's the only thing I can do, unfortunately. Oh, hang on. No. This is the save, sorry. Yeah, this would be the save. This would be the save that I was played up to, that I started yesterday. So what I've got to do now is, what have I got to do? So I've talked to him. So what I've got to do is find this dude again. Right, so maybe if I follow him, we might find the guy we're looking for. Yep, there he is. Right, you're a Raptor, yep, his name's Raptor, and he's going to start running in a minute.
Get him!
Sorry, bit of a cough there. Oh, come on. Fucking flies. Oh, come on. Why is the dog not chasing him?
you ready to talk?
I will. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop.
Don't worry.
That doesn't narrow it.
On the eastern side.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent.
Why?
But Vincent had Sir Yezhek.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapper.
And how did you come to... So you saw being...
I thought if things changed...
Well, after this little... So who's Sir Yeshek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman. I don't know what he was doing there.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
No.
I don't want to hang.
Tough shit, mate.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad at the gallows.
No. Right, so we've done that. Now, what we've got to do now is
have a look at these cucumbers. They'll stay firm all winter. Buy them before summer.
go and arrest the other guy, I think, if I remember rightly. I've decided I'm not getting a horse. It's too much hassle. We've got quite a lot of money. And, you know, after getting the horse yesterday, it just seemed pointless. Very pointless. So, yeah, I'm not going to change horses. I just don't see the point, to be honest with you. Because I thought that there was a way of you being able to get your money back, and you can't for some unknown reason. Maybe they actually guess that maybe people might do that, and it's quite a large amount of money, so they sort of bugged it in a way so that you can't get your money back. Who knows with Warhorse? They kind of remind me a little bit of a sort of very, 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 very amateur version of Rockstar in terms of what they'll patch and what they won't patch when the game comes out. Like they're not as ridiculous as Rockstar. Let's put it that way. But they will patch certain things that you're like start scratching your head out and being like, why? Why would you take that out? What's all that about? You know, because I grew up when computer games were coming into themselves, and we saw like the real best days of gaming, and we had things called cheats in games that allowed players to obviously, you know, use cheats in order to like level skip or give themselves invincibility, or, you know, all these mannerisms of ways of cheating a game. And as far as I'm concerned, I've always been a big believer that if something is a single player game, then you should be able to play it any way which you want. because it could be your second playthrough, your third playthrough, your fourth playthrough. You know, so you should be able to play it as you want. And when devs and whatever take away that freedom by patching certain things out, certain exploits out and whatever, you start to wonder why that is. It's like, at the end of the day, once you make the game and you release it, as long as it's not a massive breaking, bug-defying exploit that's going to mess up the game and you have to take it out, otherwise, you know, you wouldn't be able to fix the bug, then there should be no reason to take things out. It's a real head scratcher, you know? You know, and that's why for a long time I've lost real interest in what Rockstar have become, because they are like notorious for that. It's like they don't care what they do anymore.
I finally found out where the Forger's workshop is. Master Fayfar was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
We can get in the tunnel without anyone seeing us.
The answer to my prayers.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen. Alright.
Come here.
I'll find you. Hilf mir.
I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. Alright, here we go. Who the hell's shouting at me?
Well, I know. The pig turns up willingly. Lost your wings,
Patch, get here now.
are you, and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzik Kabila.
To see.
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzik Kabila.
Right, okay.
You're a traitor.
The world is not so black and white. We were on the same side for a while, but no longer. That is how it goes.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there's nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzik's service?
I serve Kabila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But I was wrong about you. You are not so clever as I thought.
Really?
If you were, you would not have told me how you came to know I served the Rosenbergs. You have signed not only your own death warrant, but also Fayfire's.
We'll see about that.
Scheiß drauf. Geh zum Teufel!
What the hell? No, I've never seen that before. That looks horrible. I don't want your shield though. I don't know why I picked up your shield. But then again, can I give the shield to the horse? Where is the shield? Oh, that's... that was weird.
Please, I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go.
Come, baby, come, baby, come.
Let's go. Master Fayfire is very keen to meet you. Good work, Henry. Thank you, Master Fayfire. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rate. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of it.
All right. I'll see you in Ratai then.
Right, now I've got to go and get the sword, right, okay. Go to the sword. Where is that? I don't think I've ever heard someone sing like that before. I only ever really hear the men sing, so that's quite strange.
Good health to you.
So? And?
It's wonderful.
Very well. I'll buy it.
I knew you'd.
Not quite sure why I would want to buy it, but and we got our money back. Is there anything I can get rid of on the horse for now? There we go. Right, now we can get out of here. Go to... Oh, don't tell me we're going to get into a fight. I just want to get there a minute. I don't want to faff about. The whole day gone, like, how was the whole day gone? That's crazy. Like that, now, oh, shoot. Right, so let me get rid of
Isn't it heavy? The armor, I mean.
I've got something that needs stitching up. Could you do it for me?
All right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here.
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
In this weather? Let's leave it for another time, eh?
well, you're sat here like doing that in this weather, so yeah. What's the difference? In this weather. Right, let's go and see your Rudzig. And then by the time we come back, we can finish off our little plan to get her wearing something that looks a little bit more like presentable and not just a plain Jane. I'm sick to death of seeing her look so plain. Come on, Henry makes her. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Why is he running? Why are people running? Oh, is it because of the rain? Completely forgot that they run from the rain.
What do you want from me now?
How's your husband doing? Any better?
He's still the same. There's no sign of improvement, no matter how I break my back to pay for treatment.
I know a thing or two about healing. Maybe I should have a look at him and see what can be done.
I'd appreciate any help. But as I said, I can't offer anything in return.
Maybe I can help you so you don't feel so tired.
That would be a blessing from God. But how? Are you going to do the caring for me?
I don't have anything for you right now, but I won't forget you. I'm sorry. There's no...
Goodbye.
Okay.
Maybe I can help, Peter.
Potion for strength. Okay, so hang on. Is it a bug? Is there a bug with this one then? Is there an actual... Right, I think the first thing we should do... Oh, shit.
I'm sorry.
Is, Oh. Before it gets too late. They're still running, so hopefully he's still running too. Yeah, right. I wish you wouldn't move, mate.
God be with you.
Right, do you have Bibergy? Bibergy, yeah. Bibergy Rage Potion. Right. Yeah, because that's what, what was someone saying about the, you have to change, do anything to prevent him dying. Sadly, he seems supposed to die. Someone said something about, right, Bog's blood meets her needs. Right, so Bibergy. Lazarus. And we'll get a couple. We'll get the Savior Snaps. Right, that'll do. Right.
You there. Come here.
Maybe I can help ease your suffering. Maybe I can help you so you don't feel so tired.
That would be a blessing from God. But how? Are you going to do the caring for me?
No, but if you take this, everything will seem easier to you. Try it and see.
Thank you. If it's as you say, may God bless you.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing more I can do for you.
You've done enough already. God be with you.
Are you telling me that he is over here? The mic out. Right, are you telling me he's over here? Sitting on a stool. Oh, is it this guy? Right.
The long sickness, malnutrition, and his wounds have weakened him. He needs a potion to get his blood flowing and give him strength. How are you feeling? Can you hear me?
Tony. Run.
That's either fever or bad dreams talking. Wait a moment. I have something for you.
Lazarus.
Take care now. Good day to you.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
Them Rattay folk would rather drive us out of here. They won't give us no work and they won't let us beg, so what are we supposed to do? Fucking war.
Did you find out what actually happened?
They say Sigismund is at war with the Czech lords and abducted the king, and our lord sides with Wenceslas. May the Lord watch over you.
Right, so I think he's sorted. I thought that was Radtig for a second then. No, there's Radtig there. Stop!
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Bernard to beat it out of him, but then I told myself, if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir. May I be of service?
Yes.
Can they... Sir?
Where?
Well, thank you.
Good luck, Hal.
Doing that right now. We're going to go and see our good old friend Bernard. Go and see our good old friend Bernard for this bloody key. Key. Out my way, mate. Got things I need to be doing. What is it with this rain, mate? It's like always raining. I gotta go all the way up here to get to Bernard, and then I gotta come all the way back down to do the thing. I run out of energy. Now there is a occasional glitch in this game that I haven't really encountered completely yet, because it usually coincides with crimes that I've already committed, if you know what I mean. So it's hard to know if I've encountered that glitch or not. But it reminds me very much of the GTA online police glitch.
God be with you. I need the key to Yezhek's.
Where you don't do anything wrong, but for some reason you have like a wanted stars after you. And it happens in here where you'll go into somewhere and for some reason they'll accuse you of stealing something, and it's like, what? I've not done any stealing. And then they'll go, oh, my mistake. And I got a feeling it's random. Just to, I don't know, It seems like it's a planned random thing, because of the way they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, my mistake. You know? I don't know quite what that's all about. Maybe it's to keep, maybe they programmed it to keep people on their toes so that, you know, you could get checked at any moment, even if you're innocent, do you know what I mean? Which, if they did do that, that's actually quite clever in a sense, because how many people, like, think, you know, I'll just keep an eye on, you know, me interface, as it were, and if I'm wanted, then I'll have to be careful, do you know what I mean? But, like, obviously, if you're not wanted, if it hasn't even got a wanted sign at the top, you know, or if you know you've not done anything and you've come into the city and you're wanted, there's a whole load of weirdness there. So it's hard to know if it's an actual glitch planned or in between. A planned glitch. I don't know. It's strange. But it has happened to me in the past before, where like I've literally, like I've gone, say, somewhere like the Dechka, I've spent like some time in the Dechka, and then I've come back to Ratai, and then all of a sudden I've got to near where the gates are, and they're like, don't move, a muscle kind of attitude, and it's like, what have I done? I've not done anything here, you know? And they'll be like, you've been seen stealing, and I'm like, no. No, he won't talk to me anymore. Damn it. I just wanted to hear him say, what do you want? What do you want? Have we got the other guy here yet? No. He's somewhere else.
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk?
You brought me.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor.
You're not seeing the bright side. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the...
Just get on with it, mate.
I suppose there's some truth in that. I may speak with Sir Radzig and he might pardon me, but not unless you start talking.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind them. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right. The way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago. And they said they were heading for Sasau. That armed men were being recruited. And they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
Crimps, you're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so. That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
The problem is, the longer I sleep, the more tired I actually become. Right, I don't think we're going to have much luck right now, so I'm going to wait until the daytime. I don't want to start like going into areas just to talk to people and try and waking them up and all that crap just to bloody move the quest forward. I'd rather do it in a specific kind of manner. I'm saying yesterday when it wasn't streaming that like how it feels like it takes longer for me to get from A to B now. Oh, it's raining again, nice. Oh. Oh no, hang on. With them. Oh, I got stuck. See if it worked. This was the last thing I did or set up. It's strange that I'm doing it the opposite way round now. I'm doing the first thing I'm doing. But I suppose it's consistent with what was on my mind last of all, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Huh. Has she not woke up yet? Please tell me she's not still asleep. Oh no, she is somewhere around. Maybe she's sitting at their little sitting space area. Oh, are you kidding me? That didn't work. Oh, I'll have to look into that later. Yeah, I'll have to look into that later to try and find a way of stopping her from changing back into that. Just to show how long this game is, if you're spending longer than 9 hours twice on, I'd say about 3 quests, one main one and a few side ones mixed in. That shows how long this game is. I mean, I do think that obviously things like Skyrim and stuff like that are going to be a lot longer because of the way it's done. But yeah, this game has a lot more meat and potatoes than people would actually think of. Oh.
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
Not quite sure why I would say that to him.
Really?
That's what Yezhek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
No.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn! So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Yezhek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Yezhek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who can help as much as you can now.
Sir, there's one more thing. Sir Yezhek went with me without resistance, because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us. But, if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say yet what will become of him. You'd better run along.
As you command, sir.
Right, so now we can go to the Dechko and I can get this quest done again. Huh. Oh.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
Are you happy here?
It's not worth a damn. If I had any choice, you wouldn't see my heels for dust.
What's happening? Did you two get yourselves into trouble?
A fine friend you are, assuming it's our own bloody fault.
Oh, come on. You know what you two are like. I had to ask.
Well, perhaps with that monk. But now, Foreman's got it in for us. If he could, he'd skin us alive.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
Never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand, and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day? Does he work with you?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So, he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill, but not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
Good luck then.
Oh.
Glad to fucking see you, Henry.
Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not exactly filled with Christian love for him.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
I spoke with him briefly, and he doesn't seem so horrible.
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard, and arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. But what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew going to see her. But Thomas is the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the play's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe he'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave
That's
us
the way he
alone.
said fat head.
Oh,
What?
we could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it. I want to get better.
Certainly.
I'd like to...
All right. Now, pick. God's a fucking...
I want to get better at...
Certainly.
I'm interested in...
All right. Now, pay close attention.
How the fuck did I lose 2 fucking K?
Good day to you.
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
I heard them say something else.
So they're complaining, are they? I provide for them, and all they do is slack off.
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing around here.
But you need the help anyway, and they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl. She's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, that before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But...
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
But do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
Now I think about it, probably not. You've been a pest for a long time now, and they'll want to pay you back for it.
Then why the hell did you start talking about it? You were just wasting my time.
It's not like you do anything anyway. Apart from sitting around yelling at the men actually doing the work.
Listen, I was being pretty reasonable, but now you're on thin ice. If you want to fight, just say so.
We need to pick a place for the fight that isn't too public.
That's one thing we can agree about.
Do you have any idea where we could do it?
There's a place to the north of Ledichko we can go to after sunset. We won't be seen there, and most of the time it's empty.
Good. Above Ledechko then, at dusk.
Fine. And who will I be giving a pasting to?
Take your pick. There'll be 3 of us, and you can bring 2 of your friends as well, so there'll be more than enough to go around.
Why not? We have a deal then. No trying to get out of it later on.
Agreed.
Take care now.
My respects to you.
Are you happy with your new workers?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them.
Really?
Yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smoothly. But the moment I leave, I hear Thomas yelling.
I've heard.
I don't know what I'd do without Thomas. He keeps an eye on everything for me now. The mill wouldn't function without him.
Thomas has problems with carpentry.
You're right. You should hear him cursing when he has to turn his hand to it. He knows he'll never be a real miller.
Just because of that?
No. He's not too skilled at handling the water wheel and the mill run either. He can wield a shovel well enough, but otherwise I have to keep telling him how to do things.
So he's not been foreman too long?
No. My son used to run the mill, but then his wagon overturned with him inside it. It'll be a year ago now, come spring.
I'm sorry.
Me too, boy. And after Martin was gone, the other workers left and only Thomas stayed. I don't know what I'd do without him.
What happened that day? Wagons don't overturn themselves.
He was transporting new stone blocks for the mill and he had to take a detour. Since the wagon was too heavy for the ford, it was after a downpour. The load must have slipped and the whole wagon fell on him. I pray it was quick.
So he was alone, no one to help him.
Thomas was there too. He...
Just the two of them?
No, but if I had been there...
Sorry.
He was a good boy.
Have you been...
A long time.
Nobody stays around?
No.
And how many have actually...
About half a dozen.
And what about...
What are you trying to say?
Pretty girl.
With a large... You know, well...
So, the moment...
That's not luck.
And Jane...
Don't worry about her.
Indeed, why would he? What's...
That's enough. God be with
I heard what you asked my father. You can't expect help from him. He's none too sharp these days.
And can you help?
No. Nobody listens to me. But I wanted to say that Thomas does do it on purpose. He did it the same way before.
Why?
Because he's afraid if someone comes who's more skilled, Father will notice and give his job to the newcomer.
And your father lets him? Can't he say?
He probably could.
Oh yeah, I know how I would have lost that from buying the fucking potions and shit.
But last year a wagon overturned on him.
I just remembered now. Been trying to rack my brains why I was down to fucking 7K, like from 9K, and all I did was paid for fucking a small bit of upgrading on the old unarmed combat. I thought he'd taken like 2K off me, just like there was a glitch and he took 2K off me. I was like, what? But yeah, it's because I bought all them potions, and it would have been quite expensive.
What happened to your brother?
And what does that have to do with this?
I don't know, you mentioned it, so I was just wondering.
There's not much to tell. A stone block that was loaded wrong, slippery ground after rain, and when the wagon overturned on him, there was no one around to help.
What do you mean, no one? Surely he wasn't alone.
No, he had Thomas.
Lovely.
But Thomas couldn't lift the wagon off him, and by the time he found help, it was too late.
Patch!
And as if that wasn't bad enough, someone
Patchy,
robbed my brother while
come
Thomas
here.
was looking for help.
Someone robbed him after he was dead?
I don't know. But they took a mottled scarf which I gave him as a keepsake. He laughed when I gave it to him. He said it would make him look like a fop. He still wore it all the time. Someone must have thought it was worth stealing.
But who'd steal a scarf?
Oi.
Why are you asking
Oi.
me? When they brought him back here, he didn't have it. That's all I know.
I'm sorry about what happened to him.
Me too. But it was his own fault. If he'd brought more people with him, he'd still be alive.
I understand.
Where the hell is... Ah, I come in and I got confused where I was.
Glad to fucking see you.
I did it. I arranged to fight him just like you wanted. He had nothing against the idea. He'll bring 2 men, and the 3 of them will wait for us on the hill near Ledechko.
I wasn't expecting that. thought he was too much of a coward.
So, how are we going to do it? Should we just meet there?
No. Come and see me towards evening, and then we'll go. Oh, and perhaps you should let Matthew know. Since you were the one who set it up. See you later.
Oh.
Greetings, Henry.
I spoke with the miller's daughter.
It's a shame her father won't listen to her. She knows all about Thomas, but
Her father doesn't believe her.
he reckons it's just a woman's fancy. He probably thinks she's smitten with one of us. Not that I'd object, but she's a clever one. She'd make a better miller than either of those two.
Well, I spoke with him.
How did it go? Did you come to an agreement?
No. There's no talking to him.
What will we do now? I suppose we could just leave, but I don't want to as long as there's some coins behind here.
Don't go running off just yet. Fritz and I have come up with a plan.
Shit. You want to trounce him, don't you?
We've arranged a fight to decide things. If we win, he'll leave you alone. If we lose, you'll be on your way.
Sakra! Well, I suppose we've got no other choice. There's no talking to that man. But I find it hard to believe he'll just leave us alone, even if we do win.
It will be us three against them three. That's an honourable fight, and the better men will win.
If you say so. Good luck, then.
Glad to fucking see.
Alright, I'm here. Let's do it.
It's still too early. Come in the evening. See you later.
Why is it? It's hard to tell with the weather. Like, oh yeah, it is a bit still early. But it is. Look at the sky, man. It's kind of going to like. I don't know. It's hard to tell with the weather, isn't it? If we take it up to 6. Actually, 17, I'm going to take it to. Can't remember when I actually did it last time, but evenings.
Glad to fucking see.
Alright, I'm here. Let's do it.
It's still too early. Come in the evening. Goodbye. Glad to fucking see.
Alright, I'm here. Let's do it.
So let's go.
Couldn't remember if it's 5 or 6, but I did 6 originally and I thought 5 might be alright, but yeah. 6 does class as the evening. Come on then, Fritz, move, thank you. I don't like the way he runs. Because it's hard to keep behind him because he just keeps going like that. Like he doesn't run straight. See?
There, satisfied?
I'd like a beer.
I'd like a beer. But you're not getting one off me, sunshine. You like stop running like a weirdo. Jump around, jump around. Sorry. Oh. Come on, move. No. Oh. Sorry. He's making me laugh.
Nice to see such a good turnout. The more the merrier.
Arsehole. You won't think it's so funny in a minute.
I think you're fucking hilarious.
Enough horseshit. I didn't come here for a chat.
Just as well. You're not much of a conversationalist.
We gonna get on with this anytime soon?
Let's do it, Stopici! No, kurwa!
Sorry, just putting him there.
That's that then.
Do you think it will be enough?
He definitely looked like he'd had enough.
True. He'll either stop or make life hell on earth for us.
So, anything else you need from me?
No. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, no problem. What?
Of course. You're right.
Ah, there's no need for that. I did it out of friendship.
Thanks.
We really are in your debt.
That's the only time I've ever seen that animation where it actually doesn't look shifty because of the actual conversation he's having at the time. do things slightly different than I did them yesterday because I don't really want too much black.
Who's there? Answer me. Mother of God.
I'm interested in your...
And what is it you'd like?
I certainly need...
That can be arranged.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll... Take care.
Pat, should you ever shut up? Why is that a random villager that's just here? Ah. Right. Getting confused. Right. Where's Matthew?
What?
Huh? Why have I got a jail sign?
Hey, Henry. I'd like you to... Certainly. I'd like to... All right. Now. How are you? I'd like you to teach me how... Certainly. I'm interested in more... All right, but it'll... Now, pay close attention. I'd like you to teach me... Certainly. I'd like to... All right, but... Now.
I'm confused. What was my crime? You know what? I'm going to make a save. Make a save there. Okay. I'm going to go and find a guard and see if I can find out what I'm supposed to have done. Because I've done nothing. I think we've got that glitch that I was talking about earlier. Like, I've done nothing. I had a fight which was sanctioned properly. I can't even find people. No. I don't want to do stuff on top of stuff, do you know what I mean? Yeah, where are the guards? That a guard? I have no clue. It won't tell me either. It won't tell me. It will just, if I go to reputation, it just says that. try and go over this way. Maybe we can find a guard over here. I'm not seeing anyone, am I? Strange. Shut up. Pat, shut up! Stop being irritating today. I can't find a single guard. Maybe. Oh no, you're just a trader. You're a shop guard. Is it a glitch, I wonder? Just because normally when you get like this type of situation, guards are all over you no matter what you do. Like they come out of nowhere. But I'm not seeing a single guard. Huh. Did we somehow kill him without realising that we killed him? Oh shit, I don't want to be in there. Oh. Ah, there's a guard there, right. See what happens.
Hey, you! Halt!
Right, what are you going to do me for?
Surrender! Caught you. Now you'll pay for all your crimes. What? Don't pretend you don't know what's what, you poor son. Here you are, wandering the land with a corpse on your back, getting up to all sorts of no good, and now you play dumb? If it was up to me, I'd send you straight to the chopping block. You're lucky the law will only let me throw you in jail.
All right, that's enough. Maybe you didn't realise, but I'm in the service of the Lord of Ratai.
Try your fairy tale. Got you. Now I'll fit. What? Don't pretend. It's
just my luck. Look.
Ah! I yield. Caught you. What? Don't pretend you don't know. Personally.
Enough. What impertinence is this? You really want me to lose my temper?
Right. I've gone all weak at the knees.
Yeah, I don't know then. Maybe it was that one guy that saw me. It could have been the case, could have been that one guy. Because it sort of glitched. And maybe somehow he saw me. And then it made it seem like I was actually carrying it. I don't know. I can't talk to her.
No. Clear off. Let me sleep.
Well, why am I allowed in here now? Ah! What, he's still asleep?
Leave me be.
Ah.
Jesus!
Ah.
Hey, is someone there?
Hey, who's there?
Mm-hmm. Suppose they didn't call that praying or something like that, like. Oh, come on, wake up, mate. Ah. Ah. It's not like I can even. Huh? Where is he now? Now he's in here asleep.
Hey, who's there?
What do you want here? Go and play your game somewhere else.
Won't let me talk to him.
I'm at your service.
Enough. I found this at your place. Now, will you admit you killed him?
Killed who? What the hell are you talking about?
This! And there's only one way you could have got hold of it. Did you take it while Martin was still breathing, or did you wait until...
That's ridiculous. I didn't kill him. Why would I do that?
So you'd be the one giving orders instead of taking them. You want the mill for yourself.
I never wanted this. It's not the life for me. But he told me to take care of the mill and his sister, and I promised I would.
Yeah, a nice story. And that scarf was supposed to seal the deal you two made, right? At least that's probably what you told yourself.
No. I took it to remind me of my promise. But that doesn't matter. What are you trying to prove?
Well, I could take the scarf and go and tell Jane you had it this whole time. Then I could hint you might have done it on purpose. Pretty soon we'd see how everyone starts looking at you.
I wouldn't do that, you bastard. Unless you want something.
I want you to leave those two alone and pay them what they've earned when they've done their work.
So, the thief wants to stick up for the parasites. You lot are made for each other.
I think what you like. Have we got a deal or not?
Fine. If they don't cause any problems, do their work, and then leave, I'll even give them a little extra.
There you go. Shame you didn't take the easy way from the start.
You'd better go to them. A few more words out of your mouth, and I'm going to lose my patience. Take care. What are you up to here? Get... Is there something you... Do you need help?
Because I don't like you. I don't trust you. And you threatened me. What?
Help! There's a murderer here!
How did they see that? How? I should have picked him up and put him in here and then done it. Right, let's go back to Sosal whilst that's all going on.
Surrender. You've committed a crime, and I'm arresting you. Got you at last.
What?
Don't play the innocent. I have witnesses who saw you in the act of murder. Never mind your other crimes. If it was up to me, I'd send you...
Oh, come on.
Oh shit, it's that one. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, this was back here. I'm just gonna fucking kill him, I think. Hopefully do it while nobody is actually watching. Do 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 do. Alright, just to make sure, I'm gonna sit here. Damn it. Okay, hang on. I don't know how I always seem to get found out. I don't know how that works. Huh. If I can actually take him out and then hide his body.
What do you think this is? An inn?
I like the way he said that. What do you think this is? An inn? I'm not being funny or nothing, but seriously, like, they should be putting Henry up. He travelled all that way, because you don't know where I travelled from. I could have come from all the way from the Sasau just to out them out, like. How is it that people are seeing me? I don't get it. I don't get why I'm getting... Hang on, let me try something else. I'm going to try something else. Hang on, is it me or have I got the wrong fucking... I wonder it's been taking a bit of a while to stab people sometimes. Got the wrong fucking sword. Because if this is the case, that means he's a bigger dickhead even when he's been fucking killed. Right, I think as long as they don't discover the body, everything's all good. Is his body still there? Like floating down the fucking river. God knows. I just don't like him. Simple as that. Don't trust him. I don't trust anything. Now, if my speech and everything was up, then I'd probably have him dealt with in a much better way. You know, get him to just run away. But unfortunately, I can't do it that way. So needs must, isn't it? Needs must. Huh? Pardon me. Fuck off, mate. Should have made a save. Should have made a save. Fucking fucking human, mate, and they annoy me because they all get around you. They don't give you a chance to even fucking do anything. You reverse once and then you run out of fucking energy. I've got to do this again now. What I don't get is, like, if they don't see you, but they discover it on their land, how they know it's Henry. I might go for last gasp as well. Alright, how many have we got? Oh, we've got one more. Vitality. And then probably the marathon man. thought we already had that one. So I don't know which one's better, highborn or lowborn. Troubadour. Ah, okay, so maybe if we go for empathetic. And maybe Troubadour. Now what we need to do now is... Oh, hmm. Oh. I went into the wrong one. Where are they? They're not open yet.
How are you?
I'd like to...
And what is it you'd like?
bit of everything.
I'm sure you'll be Take care.
I'd like to make use of the bath.
Uh-huh. And what do you...
I'd like that. Thank you.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Goodbye.
Vic? You're dead. You'll get what for. You're dead. Bring it on. Curse it. Ah! Come here, little I'll slaughter you. Go for it now. Ah! You'll get one out.
Fuck's sake. It's hard, man, because you try concentrating on one person, they keep blocking it, and then as you're dealing with that person, someone else comes along, and it's really annoying. Really fucking annoying. Ay, 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 ay. Does it grinds me, mate. And it's the dogs that don't help either, because, like, if my dog dealt with the dog, it would be so much easier, but it doesn't. Just want to check something a minute, hang on. What? Oh no, it didn't work. So when did that, hang on. That was at 1805. Oh, well, it must have been beforehand, it must have been when I did the actual bathing. Right, so we've got, what have we got here? Ask the innkeeper about the crimps. Ask the innkeeper at the taverns about the crimps. And ask Sassar Bailiff about the crimps. Meh. Is that a pig? Why is there a pig in here? Huh. Pigs and cows together, like. Patchy, look on the TV, mate. Look. You right, mate? You right, mate? What's the matter? You're actually in your bed, are you? You're not actually in your bed for a change. Patchy's a crazy boy. The problem with Patchy is he's a bit like me. He does what he wants when he feels like it. Do you know what I mean? That's Patch written all over that is. If he doesn't want to go in somewhere, he won't. And then all of a sudden, if you just leave him, he'll go in it when he feels like it. It's just like me. I'm not quite that bad though. Like, I'm not that bad. I have things that I enjoy doing that I try and stay consistent with, but with him there's no consistency whatsoever.
I'm looking for some people you might know something about.
They come here to drink? Maybe. But I won't aid you in any mischief.
I've heard some rough men come here looking to recruit. Have they ever stopped in to eat or drink? Or to arrange something?
Were some brawlers that used to fight behind the tavern, but they raised such a commotion. I went and complained, and the town watch drove them off somewhere.
I wasn't thinking about that, but I'm looking for recruiters that hire mercenaries and other cutthroats.
Don't know about that. Every once in a while, a merchant will hire some help or an escort, but nothing more. Nobody comes here regular. I'd notice if they did.
Do you happen to know where the brawlers you complained about moved on to?
I've not got the slightest inkling. I'm just glad all the shouting stopped. It's getting the horses in the stables.
You haven't heard talk of any scoundrels in town?
Well, I have heard some things, but I can't say if they're true or not. There's some that talk just to hear the sound of their own voices.
And who's the most frequent topic of that kind of gossip?
Miller Simon. They say he's rich with coin, and it's not from the mill. That's nonsense. Folk just don't know how much a mill can earn.
Anyone else?
Aye, there's talk of the knacker giving people the evil eye, or them that's not in Bailiff's good graces. But I don't suppose that's what you want to know.
Thank you, innkeeper.
Not at all. Good luck to you.
Do. Oh. Pardon me. Oh.
Vegetables, fresh vegetables.
I'm honored that a knight...
Are you the local knacker?
I'm the local grave digger. But if there aren't any burials to take care of, I'll turn me hand to knackering.
Well, then you might know a lot of things that others don't.
I'm a decent man. Not always honest, but decent.
Anything fishy going on in these parts?
It certainly is. Candles are being stolen from the church. As brazen as that. What sort of people do that?
Ah, but have you heard of anyone around here hiring adventurers and bandits?
How would I know that? Most people avoid talking to me. I don't even go to the tavern much these days.
And what's been happening in Sasau lately?
Nothing interesting. Except maybe that bitch being slaughtered.
What? Who was she, a villager? I wouldn't call that nothing interesting.
No, I mean a dog bitch. It was a while back, but they called me to clear it up.
What happened?
The dog looked like she'd been hacked to bits. They were scared it was some demon, but as far as I could see, someone took a sword or an axe to her.
Why on earth would anyone do that?
What do I know? Maybe he was snooping around where he shouldn't, and the bitch went for him. I hear there was some dog-bitten fellow being cared for at the monastery. Only they kept him there on account of a broken leg. Maybe that's the same one.
Thank you. I'll be going now.
Very well. Feel free to stop by any time. People shy away from me, except when there's a death or the cesspit's full. Take care now.
Right, so
Henry.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
Can I help at all?
Certainly. You can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Rattay unconscious, and I needed a healer. How's everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People who are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep. But I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick. I tried that.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all. Of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week, Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
Huh?
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded. He's really pale. He doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. I'm not holding out much.
My God.
And what do you...
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any signs of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine. Try it then.
Done. These wounds have been well taken care of.
Oh.
Ow!
You look alright?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I'll get some.
May the Lord watch over you. Where?
I have the bandages.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
A long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then. God be with you.
I wish there was someone that actually taught us initially how to do medicine, because it's just like, how the fuck does Henry just suddenly start learning?
Everything here is fine.
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. It hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Why don't you go and lie somewhere else?
I can't. Not with this leg.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, and for God's sake, do it quickly. Take care now.
He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
Can't.
Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. I'm not needed here. Everything here is fine.
Why are you waking me?
I see you look much better.
No, I feel much better. Then I heard it was all down to you. Thank you. If you ever need to know about anything that's going on in Sasau, Count Thomas is my name.
How are you doing? Feeling better yet?
Aye, much better. I'm truly grateful.
Truth be told, I didn't come just for your health.
What do you need?
Well, I've heard tell there's work for fearless men who enjoy a bit of silver.
I believe I can help you with that. They used to frequent the tavern, but now they meet in the church.
Church?
Aye, that's right. The church is locked at night, but if you see a light, the door will be open.
That's it? I don't need to speak to it?
Just doing what I told you is enough. They'll give you a good look over and see if you've got the metal. Don't you worry about that.
All right, thank you.
You took care of me, why wouldn't I help you? Tit for tat, eh?
May the Lord watch over you.
Henry, how are you?
Tell me more about the situation here. All right, that's all I need. What happened to Philip?
There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days, among the corpses. If he got poisoned...
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
Where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
You're the one who's in charge of the wound.
Yes, I'm...
Monks so old they...
Oh, if that bad, I shouldn't.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are well, others are dying. It's a good thing.
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents.
If only it had been a battle.
You were there?
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johann?
I did.
Well, if you know something...
That's true.
Come and speak to...
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg? The last time I saw...
I heard he'd been here.
That's true.
Thank you. How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers like a good... And sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks. Why are they... How is that possible?
Well, I have no... Because the...
Come. And the...
I...
Can't you...
And the custodian...
Quiet. Even so.
You're not the only...
Would you teach me...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right, but... Now, pay close attention.
The only problem is I can't really herb Paris. Yeah, I don't have any other books, do I don't think.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Oh, there we go. Sorted it now. Right, so I need one poppy, one herb Paris, one thistle. Right, okay. Let me go and get that then. Oh no, I can't rob it. One poppy, Herb Paris. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Herb Paris from over here though. That's Eyebright. That's Nettle. Thistle. Can't remember what the other thing was. Maybe buy it off him. That way I'm doing it like kosher rather than actually risking getting into trouble. So what is it we need? Poppy and a Herb Paris. Right, so let's how do we do this? Right, prepare oil and a handful of poppy, one of thistle and one of herb. Drop the poppy into the cauldron and boil for one turn. Add the thistle and boil for one more turn. Okay, that's quite easy, isn't it? So, oil. So is it that? It's that one, isn't it? The oil, yeah. Right, so, which one we putting in first? Prepare oil, a handful of poppy. Right, drop the poppy in the cauldron. Right, and then boil for one turn. While we're doing that, grab the thistle. Like that in. Boil for one more turn.
got something for you.
Really?
Oh.
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you. Take care.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace.
Huh.
You certainly have earned some... What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
Taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, Custodian?
What?
If you won't give the sick anything else, can you at least hold the banquet here?
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
What an a-hole. I wonder if there's a way of getting revenge.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Oh.
G'day.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Oh, and how is Johanka?
Yes, I do.
Good. Does she ever talk about me?
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Scallis.
Huh?
That's not my problem. Let the infirmarias take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Maybe because of Johanka.
What precisely are you getting at?
Something could happen to her too, someday.
If any ill...
You're unbelievable.
I don't know what you mean, but you should go now. You're beginning to bore me. Goodbye.
The problem with Rovna is it's too far away really for us to get to without who I was running that way for.
I hope I can be of help.
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here?
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either killed by the kings or fled to Rattay.
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players. When our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. You starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The humans.
If it were humans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where they were trying to hide.
Where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No.
Do you think folk will ever go back?
I don't know about Scallop.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect.
Of course.
He did.
That's true enough.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
I can always ask, but I've really got no idea where to start.
I can help with that. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Scouts. Simon, I think.
Simon? Father Simon, I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumour.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Clerics today.
They're men just like the rest of us, with man's passions. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring, he showed up here.
And what's he doing?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
Right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find her. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry, I'll bring some.
Take care now.
But where am I going for that? Just says find Father Godwin, but hang on.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Am I even going the right way?
Yeah.
Going in deep, going in very deep. What is it with this weather, mate? Come on, chicken, get in the thing.
Yeah.
Run for your life.
Yeah.
What's... That sounded like... You want something from me, do you?
Yes, I do.
God be with you, good night.
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James. And the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Scalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
That must have been quite a scandal.
My husband was furious. He ran around the cottage brandishing an axe and yelling that he'd kill him. The neighbours wagged their tongues a bit, but in the end I was happy the girl was taken care of. The priest was generous with his compensation. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man, he took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time. God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord, he was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
What went on between...
Nothing that hasn't...
Oop, I didn't mean to click on that one again.
That I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman, the poor man. That he was over.
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross.
You think Simon was it?
Who knows?
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Scalitz. On the...
All right. Thanks. I'll be going. I'll tell him.
Goodbye.
God be with you.
It may sound strange, but I'm looking for Simon, the priest.
Father Simon? I last saw him when he was paying me damages. That was back when Mary was still with us. If you want to know something, ask the wife. I don't have the time or the will to talk about that man.
I understand. Thank you.
He's quite respectful about it, though. Like, some people, like, in the game, if they don't like someone, they make it very evident that they don't like someone. It's like, why would I talk about him for? Get away from me, like, kind of thing. But him, he's like, very respectful about it. It's like, I don't like the guy, but, like, you know, go and ask the wife instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shame that there's not people in real life that are like that. They don't like someone or they have an issue with someone, rather than just be decent about it and send you in a direction to someone that may be able to help you. They just turn around and treat you like you're a fool.
Yeah.
Now I can understand like a reaction from that kind of negative reaction from somebody who tells you what he told you, but then you carry on trying to push them for answers. That I can understand, because if they just tell you that they're not interested, then really they're not interested, and you should just move along. But if they instantly snap at you just for asking a question, no need for that at all, in my opinion. No matter whether you have I was going to say an accident then, because it came up as accident. No matter if you have an issue with that person or not, you shouldn't treat somebody that way. It's just wrong. Just try and be respectful. That's the best way to do it. Just tell the person, sorry, but you know, I don't want to talk about that person. You know, maybe go and try this person or go and talk to this person, and you'd be alright. But it doesn't happen that often, does it? That's the thing. Decentness doesn't come natural to many people. They resort to being very brash and rude because they don't know what patience is. I don't know. It's one of the things I don't think I'd ever understand, because why would I?
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently.
Mutt. That's naughty. I can't believe you just did that.
I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
Yeah, I don't. That was crazy. What just happened with the dog?
I can't just drop everything and leave.
I remember rightly, don't I? Just here we are.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come for the priest. Simon.
There's no one here called that.
There is. Do you take me for a fool?
All right. Maybe there is someone here. What of it?
I don't know. Imprisoning a warlock can be a dreadful mistake.
What do you want about? Did you say he was a priest?
He is, but he's also a warlock, a master of the dark arts. Do you think normal priests go hiding in the woods?
No, but...
Exactly. So if you don't want your eyes to boil up from the inside, your nose to turn into a twisted root, and your tongue into a toad, you better start to run. Now!
No, of course, no! We're very sorry, but if...
No ifs, no buts. Clear out.
Fine, fine. Just take it easy now.
Bye-bye.
Something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
Look, David. The only thing
Oh, got sneezes again.
Poor fools. But I was afraid they'd leave me here. What would I have done then? And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Scalit's blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar.
Oh.
But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Scalit's is a burned-out shell. Many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you.
I know your story, Father.
Then you know what I'm guilty of.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair. But I know that deep down you're a good man.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know me.
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly, and aren't the least ashamed.
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set, no matter how often it's violated.
You're certainly right, but the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner. I'm not fit to guide anyone. I'm unworthy to do so.
Priests, bishops, monks, abbots, they're all sinners. Even the Holy Father himself is a sinner. You've done your penance, and now your people need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time. Until they find someone better.
I don't think I'll find anyone better in a hurry.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful. I need help with treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Scalit's is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded. I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged. But even then, he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it.
Oh. Do I even have alcohol? Fuck. This is not what I wanted.
Get him!
Fuck's sake.
I'll chop you to heel.
That's him!
Heel.
Fuck off. I don't get it. I don't get why like they do that. Like why make enemies like move so much? Where's it gonna put me? I'm gonna have a rest I think for now.